Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Tovar. I'm wearing my little black cat shirt for a reason. I have a black cat here to visit me. I'm going to read you guys a story about a cat. This is Cash. He's purring. I'm going to read, in a nice reading fort, a book about a Siamese cat named Skippyjon Jones. And it's a very funny story. I also have El Skippito right here. Skippyjon Jones. Every morning, Skippyjon Jones woke up with the birds. And there he is right there in the nest. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Doohickeys' bird bath." The lecture went on and on, as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat. Not a bird, not a mouse or a grouse, not a moose or a goose, not a rat or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, Skippyjon Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down from a gigantic big bounce, Skippyjon shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippyjon Jones. "What was that?" Skip the page. So up he went again, and up it appeared again. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." So back on land, Skippyjon Jones climbed into his toy box and he rifled through some of his old junk. After, he put on a mask and a sword and climbed onto his mouse. Skippyjon Jones began to sing in a muy, muy soft voice. "My name is Skippito Frisquito, and I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow, I'm sweet like the jello, I get the job done, yes indeedo." And there he is. Back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jillyboo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippyjon come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answered Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." And in fact, Skippyjon Jones wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a lonesome desert road far, far away in old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterioso band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ay, caramba, who goes there?" shouted Skippyjon Jones. "We go by the name of Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. "Who are you?" "Well, I am El Skippito, the great sword fighter," said Skippyjon Jones. And then the biggest of the small ones spoke up. "Why the mosquito, dude?" "I go incognito," said Skippito. "Do you like rice and beans?" asked Pintolito. "See, I love mice and beans," said Skippito. "He might be the dog of our dreams," whispered Rosalita. "Perhaps," said Tia Mia, "if he knows the secret password." So, leaning toward Don Diego, El Skippito half sneezed and half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ears. "Achoo pichoo!" "Bless you," said Don Diego. "Gracias," said Skippito. "Then it is true," declared Don Diego. "Yip, yippee, yippito, it's the end of Alfredo Bazito. Skippito is here, we have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad bumblebito." Then all the chimichangos went crazy loco. First, they had a fiesta. And then they took a siesta. This page does not want to turn. After waking up, though, the chimichangos got down to serious business. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bumblebito for Skippito to see. A hush grew over the chimichangos so great that one could hear a whisker drop. "Alfredo Bezito," whispered the crowd. "El blimpo Bumblebito bandito." "Sí," said Poquito Tito. "The bandito, he steals our frijoles." "Not your beans," cried Skippito, outraged. "Sí," said Poquito. "Red beans, black beans, Boston baked and blue, cocoa, coffee, kidney beans, pinto, and jelly too." "And now he comes for us," Poquito added. "Por qué?" asked Skippito. "Because we are all full of beans too." And then Don Diego stood tall in his most somber voice, and he declared, "Yo quiero frijoles." "Huh?" said Skippito. "The dude just wants his beans back," said Poquito Tito. "You are the dog for the job." "Me?" asked Skippito. And then all the chimichangos turned toward Skippito, the great sword fighter. But poor Skippito, he had no time for a plan, because in the blink of an eye a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangos scattered in all directions. "Vamos, Skippito, or it is you the bandito will eat," they cried. But Skippito stood his ground. His legs shimmied and shook like the jello, and his teeth chattered like the castanets. But then in a muy soft voice he said, "My name is Skippito Fresquito. I fear not a single bandito." But Alfredo Bezito flew straight for Skippito until the bean-eating bandito hovered only inches away from the sword fighter's face. "Jole frijoles!" Skippito shouted and thrust his sword into the air. And suddenly, pop, went the bandito, landing on Skippito's sword, and quicker than you could say Chihuahua's cheese and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Bezito, the Bumblebito bandito. Then all the doggies burst into song. "Yip, yippee, yippito, our hero is El Skippito. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos." But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from Skippyjon's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall to the kitty boy's room. "Benguito, Crashito, Papito, Skippito! What is happening?" Just in time to see Skippyjon's closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, beanbag doggies, and the kitty boy's birthday piñata on his head. "Skippyjon Jones!" everybody cried. "Holy muchachitas!" he said in a muy soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippyjon and covered his head in furry purry kisses. "What am I gonna do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pugs?" she scolded him. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippyjon Jones began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that. Say good night, Skippyjon Jones," called his mama. "Buenos noches, mis amigos," said Skippyjon Jones. The end. I hope you guys liked that story, and I think my little friend here liked the story too. He's almost asleep. I just disturbed him. Have a good night.